bubble sort, selection sort, all those in the third unit. But I completed bubble sort, linear search and binary search, bubble sort, selection sort, quadratic equations also completed. Next, two-dimensional array. Just I started, but once again I will refresh two-dimensional array. What is two-dimensional array? Right? Just brief idea. Programming in C, two-dimensional array. It's a topic. Yeah. A two-dimensional array is an array of one-dimensional arrays. Right? Once again, doing the revision, but very fast. Declaration of 2D and processing of 2D. What is it? Initialization processing. A two-dimensional array is an array of one-dimensional arrays. A single dimensional array can store a list of values. We already discussed single dimensional array, just looking like one row or one column. But whereas a two-dimensional array can store a table of values. Two-dimensional array can store a table of values, rows and columns. Yeah. How to declare a two-dimensional array? Can anyone say how to declare one-dimensional array? Declaration, syntax for declaration of one-dimensional array. Data type, name of the array in the square brackets, just the size of the array. That's it. Semicolon. That's it. But in two-dimensional array, see this. Data type, array name, square brackets, row size, and column size. You can write like this. Don't keep anything in between these two. Closing of square bracket and the opening of square bracket. Right? Data type, array name, row size, and column size, semicolon. This is the syntax for declaration of two-dimensional array. Is here row size specifies the number of rows. Row size specifies the number, how many number of rows we are taking. And then column size specifies the number of columns in the array. The total number of elements in the array or row size into column size. Same like matrix, right? Example. See the example. Int a of 4, 5. So here integer type of values are taking. Array type is integer. Int a of array name is a. This data type is integer. 4 is the row size, 5 is the column size. Here array is a. Array A is A with 4 rows and 5 columns. The individual elements of this array can be accessed by applying two subscripts, just like one-dimensional array. Right? A of 0 is the first element, A of 1, A of 2 like this. Here A of 0, 0, A of 0, 1 like this. In the row, first 0 row. That's same like the array can be accessed by applying two subscripts, where the first subscript denotes the row number and the second subscript denotes the column number. Right? The starting element of this array can be A of 0, 0. And the last element is A of 3, 4. 0 to how many rows here? 4 rows. 4 rows. 0, 1, 2, 3. That's it. 0, 1, 2, 3. 4 rows. Columns 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's why last element is A of 3, 4. The total number of elements in this array is 4 into 5. That's 20 elements we need to take. Yeah. See this. Rows and columns. Row 1. Actually, index we start as 0, but row 1, A of 0, 0. First 0 indicates the row number. Second 0 indicates the column. That's first element. Column 1, 1. Row 1, column 1. Row 1, column 1, column 2, column 3. In each row, up to n rows, n columns, right? 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, like that, up to 0 to n minus 1. If there are n columns, the first row, 0th row, A of 0, n minus 1. The column number is n, but we take the index n minus 1. Same like second row, A of 1, 0, A of 1, 0, A of 1, 1, A of 1, 2, A of 1, n minus 1. So A of 1 in n minus 1. This is mth row, row number m. So m minus 1. Fourth row, A of 3, 4. That's it. A of n minus 1, 0, A of m minus 1, 1, like that, up to A of m minus 1, n minus 1. M minus 1 is row index, n minus 1 column index. Right? M by n two-dimensional array. This is m by n two-dimensional array. Yeah, 3 by 3 matrix. 3 by 3 matrix, how can you take? Array into int A33 will have the elements A0, A of 0, 0, A of 0, 1, A of 0, 2, like that. Index. So first element 1, 2, 3. In the first row 3 elements, second row 3 elements, third row 3 elements. A of 0, 0, A of 0, 1, 0. The index is A of 0 is the row first row, A10, A1, like that. So 9 elements, 3 by 3 matrix. Last element is A of, at the position of A of 2, 2. Take the index is A of 2, 2. So a 2D array can be called as a table. And store the table of values. Table of values, we store this is 3 by 3 matrix like this. Yeah. Declaration, int, array name, the square brackets, row size, in the one more column size, semicolon. Now initialization of two-dimensional array. How to initialize? Already we discussed, that's why I'm going fast. Students, you know that? See the last video, 25th June. I started two-dimensional array, 25th June. If you want to watch, watch the video. All this I explained everything. Yeah, initialization of the general form of initializing a two-dimensional arrays, same like one-dimensional array. But just here we'll take the one more subscript, that is for column size. Data type, array name, row size, column size equals to the list of elements will be written in the flower brackets and semicolon. Assigning same like a single variable, int a equal to 5, int n equal to f fact equal to 1, like that. Same like we are assigning the values, initializing a two-dimensional array values, data type, array name, row size, column size equals to list of values. Right, students? Right. So values will be separated by comma. See the example, int a33, the 9 elements will be written in the 1 by 1. 9, 9, 9. The first two elements are 9, 9, 9. Second row 10, 10, 10. 11. Third row 11, 11, 11. That's it. You can write like this also. Second up, you can write the first two elements again in the flower brackets. Again in the flower brackets, 9, 9, 9. Right? Second row elements 10, 10. You can write either in this first row like this or like this. Row wise also you can write in the flower brackets. Right? See this, how the elements are stored in the matrix. Sorry. Elements are stored like this. A of 0, 0, 9, that is 9. A of 0 is it, that is 9. Right? Next, A of 1, 0, second row elements, 10, 10. A of 1, 1, A of 1, 0, A of 1, 1, A of 1, 2, that's 10, 10. You can write the matrix form just like write the matrix 9, 9, 9, 10, 10 like this. The elements stored like this. You have 2, 0, 11, 2, 2, 1, 11, 2, 2, 11. Third row elements. And understanding, students? The following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, right. At least one of you respond. Otherwise, I may feel I lost network. Right? Yeah. The 4 by 3 matrix. Array, two-dimensional array. Int A of 4, 3. 12 elements, 4 into 3, 12 elements you need to take like this. It is stored in the memory like this. You have 0, 0, 11. Right? You have 0, 1, 10. You have 0, 2, 12. Like this. 4 rows and 3 columns. That's why each row, 3 elements. 4 by 3. Now, a two-dimensional array can also be stored like this. You have 3, 3. You can store like this. Again, you store row 0 or row 1 or row 0. Columns like this. You can also 9, 10, 52, 45, 6, 5 like this also you can store. Yeah, I told you how to find the size, position of the element in two-dimensional array. We already done in one-dimensional array how to calculate the address position of the element can be found out by the formula A plus I into C plus J into size of the data type. Size of data. I explained. I will show this in this. I explained all this by Jamboard. Yeah, in two-dimensional array, the address of the position of the element A plus I into C plus J into size of the data type. A is the base address, that's the first element address, A of 0, 0 address. Right? I is the row index. I is the row index, J is the column index, small I, small j. C is the number of columns. C is the number of columns. Now, A plus base address, suppose base address is 100. The first element is stored at the A0 is stored at the address location 100. Plus I into C. What is I? What is I? You want to find the address of 19. Where is 19? 19 is the last element. That is A of 22. A of 22. 22 only. Number of columns 3. 1 into, right? Where is 19? Yeah, we calculate it here. Here we find the address location of 7. 11. Address location of 11 we are finding first. This is address location of 11. Because 1 into 3 rows. C is the 3. 1 plus 1. 1 into 3 plus 1. The size of the data type, integer type. Integer is size is 2. I explained. Character is 1. Right? 1 into 3 plus 1. That is 3 plus 1. 4. 4 into 8. 108. The element. This is 100, 102, 104, 106, 108. We are finding the address location of the 11 is 108. Same like address location of 19 is. Base address 100 plus 19. That's row number is, row index is 2. 2 into row index is 2. Right? Row index is 2. Row index is 2 plus index of the column. Column also 2. 2 plus 2 into 3, 6 plus 2, 8. 8 into integer data type size is 2. That is 116. The address location of the 19 is 116. Right? Understood, students? How to find the address location of any element using the formula. A plus base address plus I into C plus J. I is the row index, C is the number of columns, the J is the index of the column, and size of the data type. You can take it. Right? Next. Yeah. We calculated the address, you have 3 to element, any element address position you can calculate. Right? Processing of 2-dimensional array. How to read the elements into 2-dimensional array and how to display the 2-dimensional array elements. Right? How to read? I explained and executed one program also. See the video once again if you want. The 25th June video. For processing of 2-dimensional array, we use 2 nested for loops. For processing in 1-dimensional array, 1 for loop. That is for size. That is a row, 1 row only. For processing of 2-dimensional arrays, to read the elements, use the 2 nested for loops. The outer for loop corresponds to the row, and the inner for loop corresponds to the column. Remember this one. This outer for loop corresponds to the row, and the inner for loop corresponds to the column. See, int A of 4, 5. The row is how to read the elements. See this. This is very, very important syntax. Reading values in array, 2-dimensional array. The for loop for I equal to 4 by 3 matrix, 4 by 5 matrix. For I equal 0, I less than 4, 0 to 3. The index is 0 to 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. Right? I plus plus. Again, one more for loop. J equal 0, J less than 5, J plus plus. Scan a percentage ampersand of A of array of ampersand of array of I, J. This is to read the array elements into. How many elements we can take? That is the 4 into 8, 20 elements we can take. Right? This for loop. If it is more than 2 statements, take the flower bracket after this second for loop also. Right? If you want to go, then this reading of the array elements into right using these statements to nested for loops. Displaying values of an array, 2-dimensional array. Same line, but see, for I equal 0, I less than 4, I plus plus. For J equal 0, J less than 5, J plus plus. Printf percentage. This is backslash T is for space between the tab between the elements. Right? Array of Aij. You can display the elements. See this. Yeah. Very important, reading and displaying the array elements. Write a program to input and display the matrix. Yeah. See. So students, into A of 10, 10, we are taking the size 10, 10, row size 10, column size. I comma J. I is for index for row, J is index for column, R is row, number of rows, C is column. Right? Just simply we are reading elements and displaying the array elements. Yeah. First printf enter the order of matrix A. Order means number of rows, number of columns. So scan a percentile, ampersand or ampersand C, comma. So we can take the how many number of rows we want, how many number of columns. Just next, printf enter percent elements to a matrix. Based on the size R into C, number of elements you need to enter. Printf enter percentile D elements to a matrix A, R into C number of elements. Suppose 2 by 3 matrix, two rows and 3 columns. We need to enter 6 elements, 2 into. That's why I've taken R into C. So enter percent elements to a matrix A. Now, just after entering, how can you enter? Just to display the number of elements, 6 elements you want. How to enter? You can enter using this for loops. For I equal 0, I less than or I plus plus. For j equal 0, j less than C, j plus plus. R is number of rows, C is the number of columns. Scanf percentile D, ampersand of A of ij, ampersand of A of A is the array name. That's it. We do it using these 3 statements. We can take the elements into array. After taking elements from the keyboard, you can display the same matrix in the matrix form. You can give any order. You can give that printf elements of matrix. Now you can display the elements. For I equal 0, this whenever you are reading the elements, just not written any flower brackets between for loops or any scan. But whenever you are displaying the elements, you want to get just like matrix form. Right, for I equal 0, I less than R, I plus plus, take the flower bracket. For j equal 0, j less than C, j plus plus. This is very important. See, write the printf percent backslash t A of ij. Once j equal 0, I equal 0, that's the first row, and it goes to control goes to the inner for loop. J equal 0, that is less than C, less than the number of columns. Printf, the first element is A0, 0 will be displayed. Next, j is incremented. That's in the first row only. J is 1. In the second element in the first row, that is also displayed. That is the space is there between them because I have taken backslash t. Again, j equal to 2. That is third element in the third element. We are taking 3 by 3 matrix. Suppose third element also will be displayed. Next, j is more than or equal to C. Immediately control goes to the outer for loop. Condition is false, output. Now I is incremented. I is 1. I is 1. Whenever you are going out for loop, the printf backslash n is executed. That is, after displaying all the first row elements, then control goes to the next row. Because of we have written printf backslash n. That is then whenever control goes back, that is in the outer for loop. Immediately printf backslash n will be executed. Immediately control goes to the next line. Right? Again, I equal to 1. J is 0, J is 1, J is 2. A of 1, 0, A of 1, 1, A of 1, 2. Just executing second elements. Again, control comes out and printf backslash n is executed and control goes to the for j I equals to 2 like that. So all the elements will be displayed. See, enter the order of the matrix A 2 by 2, 2 by 3 matrix. Right? 2 by 3, 2 by 3. Order is 2 by 3. Enter 6 elements, 2 into the 6 elements. 3, 6, 7, 5, 4, 2, like this. So elements of a matrix are displayed like this. Right? Students, Ushastri, are you there? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how many of you joined? Next, addition of 2 matrices also I completed. Addition of 2 matrices. Still 37 only. What happened? Backlogs are never. First year kada meer ippudu first sem kada backlogs em undavu. Right, you can join. Next, addition of 2 matrices. How to read the elements, how to display the elements of 2 matrices. And I explain this program clearly. Again, R1 C1, R2 C2. R1 C1 is the rows and columns of first matrix. R2 C2, the rows and columns of second matrix. When it is possible, addition of 2 matrices. Any one of you, when it is possible, addition of 2 matrices.
Same number of rows and columns.
Yeah, number of rows of first matrix equal number of rows of second matrix. Number of columns of first matrix equal number of columns of second matrix. That's order of the both the matrices same. Order of the both the matrices same. Then we can add. Otherwise, addition is not possible. See this. A 10 by 10. We are taking B 10 10. See DRC, whatever. D sum is to store the sum. We are taking one more matrix, that is D, the name. Ij is index, I is for index for row, J is index for column. RC, R is for row number of, you can take R1, C1, R2, C2, it's better in the whenever you execute the program. R by C matrix, P by Q matrix, both. Now printf enter the order of the matrix A, percentage R into C. Same like whatever in the previous program executed, printf enter percentile values to a matrix, R into C, number of elements, you enter, and elements, the keyword scan a percentile, ampersand of A of Ij. R is number of rows of first matrix, C is the number of columns of the first matrix. Now, once second, enter the matrix of order of the matrix B, second matrix, P by Q matrix. That second matrix is P by Q. Printf enter the order of the matrix B, scan it, percentile. So now printf enter percentile values to a matrix B, P into Q, number of elements you need to enter. Same like for I equal 0, I less than P, I plus plus for J. చూస్తానికి పెద్దగా అనిపిస్తుంది, నథింగ్ ఈజ్ దేర్, జస్ట్ యూ అండర్స్టాండ్, వెరీ ఈజీ టు రైట్ ద సి ప్రోగ్రామ్ యూజింగ్ matrices. So more number of lines, it's a big program, it's nothing is there. How to read the elements, how to display the elements, that's it. Matrix, first element, reading the elements. Size, order of the matrix we are reading, just this is to display the enter the order of the matrix, and reading the rows and columns of first matrix, and number of elements to reading the number of elements, how many number of elements in this, and reading the matrix elements. Again the second matrix also same, second matrix B, number of rows P, number of columns Q, right? Same like. Now display the first matrix elements and second in the order, just like matrix form. Printf elements of matrix A, I equal 0, I less than R. But ఇక్కడ flower brackets కొంచెం carefully ఇచ్చేయండి. I equal 0, I less than R, I plus plus. For J equal 0, take the flower bracket after outer for loop. For J equal 0, J less than C, J plus plus. Again write the flower brackets to execute, to write the one by one, row number, one, first row, second row, like that. That's why after that printf backslash n also to control goes to the, after executing the, after displaying the row elements, and again it goes to next row elements, next row, like this, right? Display the elements of A and elements of B. Yeah, we completed reading the elements of into first matrix A, that's number of rows and number of R by C matrix. Again reading of the second matrix B, that is P by Q, order is P by Q, and displaying the first matrix A, second matrix A, how to read display. After that, if R equal to P means number of rows of first matrix equal to number of rows of second matrix, and logical end, and C equal to Q, that is number of columns of first matrix equal to number of columns of second matrix. If the both are true only, that's order is equal. Then both are true, if condition is satisfied, then for I equal 0, I less than R, I plus plus. In inner for loop, for J equal 0, J less than Q. What is the order of the matrix of the resultant matrix? Same, R by C, R, P by Q, any. Say both are same, no? R equal to P and C equal to Q, no? We can take R, C, R, P, Q, whatever, R, Q also, both are same. So D of Ij equal to A of Ij plus B of Ij. Just adding the elements, corresponding elements. Adding the corresponding elements, we'll get the resultant matrix. Once adding, display the corresponding elements, whatever summation addition matrix you can display. The resultant matrix is for I equal to the same, like how to display the elements. For I equal 0, I less than or I plus. For J equal 0, J less than Q. Q also you can take. C also you can take, whatever. In the outer for loop, I equal 0, I less than R, I less than P also you can take, whatever. Same inner for loop, J equal 0, J less than Q, J plus plus. Printf person, same how to display the matrix elements, that's it. Complete. If condition is closed, if this flower bracket is closed here, this flower bracket is for this one. Once closed, if condition is closed, if condition is false, not equal, number of rows of first matrix equal second matrix, or any one of them is not equal, then else means order of the matrix is not equal, both the matrix. Then else printf addition is not possible. You can write like this. Students are getting? Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, addition of matrix is not possible if the order is not equal. The output is enter the order of the matrix A, 2 by 2, Yeah, enter 4 values to a matrix 4, 5, 6, 4, 3, like enter the order of the second matrix 2 by 2. Enter the 4 again 4 elements. Yeah, elements first matrix elements are displayed 5, 6, 4, 3. Again second matrix elements are 9, 8, 7, 5. Adding 5 plus 9 14, 6 plus 8 14, 7 plus 3 7 plus 4 11, 3 plus 5 8. That's it. The resultant matrix will be displayed like this. I already shared the notes, right? Right? So matrix multiplication.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, multiplication also completed. Yes, refreshing all this already I have explained. Matrix multiplication when it is possible in mathematically, students. When it is possible, matrix multiplication and then order of the both the matrix should be same. Order of the both the matrices should be same. Then only we can add the corresponding elements, right? Number of rows of first matrix equal to number of the second matrix. Number of columns of the first matrix equal to number of columns of the second matrix. How can we multiply? What is the condition to multiply both the matrices? Any one of you?
First row with first column, sir. Multiplication.
What is that?
First row of elements multiplying with first column, sir.
Okay, yeah, we multiply, but when it is possible, what is the condition to multiply both the matrices?
Rows are equal, sir.
Yeah, number of columns of the first matrix equals to, here row wise we are coming the first matrix and column wise we are coming the second matrix. So when it is possible, number of columns of the first matrix equals to number of rows of the second matrix, both are equal, then only multiplication of the two matrices is possible. Suppose R1 C1, first matrix address R1 C1, second matrix address R2 C2. So C1 equals to R2. It should be C1 equal to R2 only, it is possible. Number of columns of the first matrix equals to number of rows in the second matrix. Then what is the order of the resultant matrix? What is the order of the resultant matrix? I explained everything. You forgot. I will show. What is the order of the resultant matrix?
M cross N.
Yeah. Not there. Not explained. Reading, writing, not written, but I explained. I have seen the video just before starting the class. Okay, I will explain if you want once again. Yeah. How is it possible? Matrix multiplication. Matrix multiplication. Suppose matrix A with R1 by C1 order. You want to multiply this with matrix B, order is R2 by C2. When it is possible, number of columns of A equals to number of rows of matrix B aithe, then multiplication is possible. That is C1 equals to R2. C1 equals to R2. Then matrix multiplication is possible. Right? These two should be equal. Right? Then what is the resultant matrix? Suppose this is matrix is product is C. What is the order of the matrix? Order of resultant matrix is
R1 C2 है sir.
very good. R1 by C2. I రెండు తీసేయాలి మీరు. ఈ రెండు క్లోజ్ అయిపోతాయి. ఈ రెండు ఈక్వల్ ఉండాలి. ఈ రెండు తీసేసి వచ్చినది R1 C2. That's it. R1 C2. Right? Understood? If you want, I will explain one simple example. Right? You take this A equals to 2, 3, 4, 5. లేకుంటే 1, 2 ఇట్లా తీసుకోండి మ్యాట్రిక్స్. దిస్ ఇస్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ ఇస్ 2/3 మ్యాట్రిక్స్. ఇవి కూడా చెప్తున్నా ఏం చేస్తున్నా. B ఈక్వల్స్ టు 2, 1, 1, 0, 3, 5. What is the order of this matrix? 3/2. So number of columns of the first matrix is 3. Number of rows in the second matrix also 3. We can multiply these two. A into B. Let's write like this. 2, 3, 1, 4, 5, 2 into 2, 1, 1, 0, 3, 5. Yeah, row wise first matrix వెళ్ళండి ఇట్లా. Yeah, how to multiply? చెప్పండి any one of you. 2/2 matrix వస్తుంది ఇక్కడ. 2 into 2, this one into this one into this one plus this one into this one. 2 into 2 plus 3 into 1 plus 1 into 3. This is 1. Same like first row, second column of the second one. First row in the first matrix, second one. 2 into 1 plus 3 into 0 plus 2 into 5. Same like 4 into 2, second row in the first matrix, 4 into 2 plus 5 into 1 plus 2 into 3. First row, 4 into 2, 5 into 1, 2 into 3. Same like 4 into 1, 5 into 0. ఇవి అన్ని ఇంటర్లో నేర్చుకున్నారు, అవసరం లేదు కానీ ఏం చేస్తుంది చెప్తున్నాను.